be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Do not be overcome by evil, no, but overcome evil with good. Beloved, never avenge yourselves, but leave it to the wrath of God. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says the Lord. Do not be overcome by evil, no, but overcome evil with good. Do not be overcome by evil, no, no, but overcome evil with good. To the contrary, if your enemy is hungry, feed him. If he's thirsty, give him something to drink. For by doing so, you will heap burning coals on his head. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Do not be overcome by evil, no, no, but overcome evil with good. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good. Do not be overcome by evil, no, 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 but overcome evil with good. Do not be overcome by evil, no, but overcome evil with good. Well, that was the scripture song for Romans chapter 12, verses 19 through 21. And I'm loving this song. It's got soul, and it's a wonderful, joyful song to sing. But it kind of tackles a very difficult thing to do practically. This is a very ethical scripture passage that when we are attacked, when our enemies are against us, the temptation is to retaliate, to get vengeance, to get even. And yet Paul encourages us here to have the mind and the attitude of Christ, who when he was reviled, he did not revile in turn. And we read that in 1 Peter. But here in this passage, we are given the correct way to respond, and that is to not repay evil for evil, but to repay evil for good. A very, very, very difficult thing to do. And maybe this song can just get stuck in your head. I love it. It's been fun to write and sing. It's a little catchy, Lord willing. But I pray that as you are in those experiences, when you're in the midst of the trial, that you would trust and know that your sovereign Lord, he sees the wrong that is done to you. And you can know that vengeance is the Lord's. He will repay the evil that is done, even the evil that we do. And that's the humbling part, is that we commit very wicked things at times, and yet we're going to be held accountable for that. But we can know that God is sovereign. He's a good judge. He's just and holy, and he will not let anything that is done wrong go unpunished. And that should cause us to fear and tremble and bow before him, but also it should give us confidence in the midst of the pain that we experience, knowing that God is going to handle it in the end. And that frees us to love our enemies, because we've been dealt with grace and mercy, and we should not want our enemies, even our worst enemies, to experience that wrath of God, but to warn them. We warn them through loving acts. How contrary to our flesh and the culture when we are attacked and we respond not in vengeance but in love, knowing that God will deal with them. It's great. It's very freeing, but again, I know it's very difficult to do in the midst of that. And so I pray that this song blesses you, and you're able to not only sing it and hide it in your heart, but when the temptation comes, when the trial arrives, that you can respond knowing that the Lord is in control. I love you guys. This has been one of my favorite songs to write, so I hope you enjoy it. Bye.